Hello everyone, my name is Rajnish Khare and today I'll be showing you an intelligent leave management agent that automatically processes employees' leave application. So we have built this agent using the LangGraph framework and we have integrated this with UiPath's MCP server where there are tools that are used to update database, send out emails and so on. We have also used context grounding in order to validate employees' leave request against companies' leave policies. And at last, we also have human in the loop to gather any missing details that employee might have missed out and also escalate some cases where there might be a need condition to get HR's approval. So let's look at the flow of this agent first. So the graph starts by gathering the employee's leave request and we get the employee details from the database like current leave balances, employee ID and so on. Then we check whether all the necessary details in the leave request are there or not like the leave start, leave end and the leave reason. If any of the three parameters are missing, we escalate this back to the employee asking them to fill out the missing details and come back with the all the completed details. Next, we try to categorize this leave under different types of leaves like sick leave, personal leaves, and so on. Once that categorization is done by the LLM, then we check the company's leave policy for the categorized leave that has been found. Then we check whether the employee is actually eligible for the requested leave or not based on the policy and based on the employee's leave balance. If everything is okay, we auto approve this leave balance and update the leave database and send out an approval email. If there is a violation of the policy or the available balance, we escalate this scenario to HR for their approval. If they approve it, again we follow the happy path. If not, we send out an rejection email with a reason given from the HR and end the flow. So this is the overall flow of the agent. Now, if I talk about the integrations, so we have the UiPath MCP server where we have four tools: the get employee details tool, the get leave balance tool, send email, and update leave balance tool, which are all under this MCP server. And the various node of this LangGraph agent are able to communicate with this MCP server by making a simple MCP tool call. Then for the human in the loop scenarios, we have two action apps created with the UiPath action app. One is for employee where we ask for missing leave details and one is for the HR where they are able to review the submitted leaves. And last, we have stored the different types of company leave policies in UiPath Context Grounding, which the agent can use to refer. Now that is about the flow and the integrations. Now let's look at the database, sample database that we have here. So we have employee ID, employee email, the leave balances of different types: vacation leaves, sick leaves, personal leaves, and so on. Next, for context grounding, we have different types of leave policies like one separate for sick leave, one separate for personal leaves, and so on, which the agent will use for validating. Next, we have the MCP server itself, where the four tools that I talked about are available in this server, which the agent can use. If I show you the LangGraph code itself, so here is the LangGraph agent, which I have built using UiPath SDK to integrate all of the UiPath services and finally deployed it as a process in UiPath Cloud. Now let's actually see this agent in action. So what we'll do is we'll send out an email requesting for leave. So I've typed in my email, given my dates for the leaves and given the reason as well. So I'll send this mail. And then what I've done is I've created a Maestro workflow where the trigger is the received mail and after the mail is received, the agent would be called. So let's quickly run this, save and debug. So it has got the mail and the agent has started. Let's go to the job section and see this agent working more closely. Yeah, let's open the details panel. So you see the leave request is the email body itself and the employee email is the mail from which the request came. Let's go to the trace tab and see the steps which this LangGraph agent is taking. So if I expand the flow diagram, so right now it's in the start node where we have given the leave request and the employee email. Then the next step is to get employee details. So this is a tool call happening with the MCP server. So we have got the employee ID and the employee name. Next thing is check in the mandatory fields like the leave start, leave end, and the leave reason. So I guess we have all three. We have leave start, leave end, and leave reason as well. So there would be no need to call human in the picture and ask to fill the missing details. Next, we'll directly go to the categorize node where the LLM will try to figure out the best category which this leave fits in. So the leave category which LLM has figured out is sick leave. Then we'll check the sick leave policy in the context grounding in the next node. So you see in the check policy node, we have retrieved the right document, which is the sick leave policy document, which the agent will use further. Next, we'll come to the check leave eligibility node where what will happen is first we'll get the leave balance and check what is the leave balance of this employee. So you see this is the leave balance. Then using the policy that we have retrieved previously, we'll see whether it is not violating any policy. The balance is also right. If everything is right, let's see where the decision goes. Yeah, so the decision that has come out to be is that it needs HR approval. Why? Because we have set a threshold of minimum 4 days in which the everything should can be auto approved. But if it is more than 4 days, then there is to be approval that has to be done by HR. So we are following this path now, where right now we are in HR approval, you see, and an action has been created for approval. So we have got a resume conditions tab where I have the ID of my task created. So that will take me to Action Center. I'll assign it to myself. So the agent has given a pretty clear view of the request submitted by the employee. We have the employee name, the ID, the type of sick leave which agent categorized, the current balance from the database, the period, the reason. It found there is no policy violation and it has given the applicable policy, which is the sick leave policy. But since the applied leave is how many 6 days and it is violating the minimum threshold of 4, that's why this has come for HR's approval. So what we'll do is we'll approve this and leave in a comment and I'll submit this. Let's come back to our job. You see our agent state is getting resumed. Let's come back to trace tab. So after the action has been retrieved, we can see the HR has given the approval. HR has given the comments. Final status is approved. Then we'll go to the update leave balance where the tool will be called to update the leave balance. So 6 days will be deducted from the sick leave section. And then finally, we are making the final tool call for the send email where the employee will be send a confirmation or an approval email. So yeah, that's the end of the run. Let's look at the mail, confirmation mail. Let me refresh this. I have received a mail stating my leave has been approved, leave details, duration, the HR comments, and my remaining sick balance for sick leave. Let's also quickly look through the database. If I refresh this, right now it's 10 and 6 leaves have been deducted from my database. So yeah, this works as well. So this was a LangGraph agent integrated very well with UiPath services using UiPath SDK. I hope you liked it. Thank you.